Welcome to the Manskap yet again. It's another Sunday, but because of the weather outside, today's topic is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a bit different. It's going to be matching the weather, going to be, reaching deep into the heart, deep into the heart, deep into the heart. Deep into the deep.
It's going to be a crazy episode.
So, Divano has some questions for us. Divano put some questions for us. But for those who don't know, because it's your first time in our channel, I am the storyteller. As always,
I am Uzi.
I'm Dev. Welcome.
I'm the man, the myth, the legend, Obi.
You just did
Okay, it's fine. I had to.
Anyways, other than Obi, questions of today. First question: how quickly can you get into a relationship, gents?
Start with the youngest.
Wow. Obi. Just fine.
That's how the legend show. If the question is how can, very quick. I can be like 2-3 days. I can. It'd be like how long it should be. It depends on relationship to relationship, but I would say it should be around 3 to 4 months of like proper vibing before you guys become official. I would say.
Okay, so honestly, I'm like the same as Obi, where if it's like supposed to be a super serious relationship, I take a very long time, 3 to 4 months usually. And yeah, 3 to 4 months. Don't be surprised about that, my guy. Yeah.
Pause. Please make sure that you watch video 2. Video 2, you're going to find out why OB is like,
Please.
fine. Press continue.
Okay, but yeah,
Listen,
3 to 4
kids.
months.
3 to 4 months.
Yeah, 3 to 4 months.
Cool.
I'll write it down. Video 2.
Great. Tips?
I understood at the end, stop.
Yeah, my guy.
It's very good, right? It's okay.
Yes,
I don't really have a question also.
Fine. I'll go. Sure, it's a tricky one. Actually, I think it depends on the intention. If the intention is to just be with someone, because I feel like having someone, then it's a very quick process, because then it's like I don't really want to know how the depth of you. I just want someone in my life right now. So then it's gonna be like But if then it's like this person is like yo, I actually want to date this girl for real, and I see myself marrying this girl. Then it can take very long to actually get into a relationship because you actually want to build a solid foundation. Because of the fact that I don't want it to end, I want to get to marry her. So because I want to build a solid foundation, I want to marry her, then it's going to take very long. It can be 6 months before I actually get into an actual official relationship. But if at that moment in time, and that girl at that very moment, it's more of a, I would like to know what it's like to date this girl. Then you get 2 weeks. That happens.
Yeah, that's very true. Because all gents know when you see a chick, okay, whoa, can see something there, and then you really pick out, then you step by step each month, build something. So I get what you. Okay, I would also be like that. Say 2 or 3 months before you fully pass the questions, and then quickly, we could fall in love with a chick very quickly. Obi,
What?
it's not that.
What?
It's not that.
He's making an example, but
What?
he's making an example, but
Where you can fall in love in 3 days. Your example that you made.
I didn't fall in love with a relationship. I didn't say anything about love though. I still think.
You don't fall in love, okay, sure. You can fall in love.
But that's true, you can actually fall in love in 3
in
days.
3 days. So yeah.
Okay, wait. Side question now. Based on what Obi said now, should you date if you're not in love with them? Or if, for example, you're at the place where you're I can't say I love you. should you date this girl?
Should.
And I'm not picking a side, I'm just like putting something out on the table. Or is it like, hey, let's date. And like, I know at some stage, I will get to a place where I can say the words, I love you. Which one? Like, especially if it's like the concept of like, you're not in this for a short while. You're actually in this for like a very long time.
Yeah.
Should you wait before you are dating? Before you like for example, should you like first know that I can say the words, I love you to this girl. That's why I'm going to ask her to be my girlfriend. Yeah? Or, even if you know like it's going to be like going for a very long time, you're in this for a long time, does it not matter? Should you like, nah, it's okay, I can date you now because I know like I'm in it for long term, and then while we're in it for long term, we're going to also build, one of the first steps we're going to build too is the concept of us being able to say the words, I love you to each other. So there's both sides of it. So both sides, but like my question is, which side do you prefer, or which side which thought process have you done? The one where you first say, I love you, first know you say, I can say I love you to this girl, and then you date her, or you're gonna date her, and one of your first steps of your relationship is getting to the place of saying, I love you to each other.
I'm personally the guy who's like, I'll date her if it's long term. I can tell her I love her. Well, I wouldn't say I can tell her. I know.
You know you're gonna get to that.
I know I do, but I'm telling her it's different. Those situations and stuff. She might get scared. Blah 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 blah. So I don't get the thing of like, I personally don't feel like I love her now, but in the long term I will. I don't get that. That for me doesn't make sense. I'm like, okay, I love her now. Then you take long term to get to the point where it becomes open. Then I love you. That thing. It becomes open and flowing.
So you know in yourself.
I know I love her.
But you wouldn't say it.
Before I date her for the long term. If the intention is long term, then I know I love her before I date her.
Then, like for example, what they're saying is now, would you still say it?
Say it.
Is there a time from when you would say it, like say that words, I love you? Because in relationships, like that first, I love you is a big thing. So like in that instance, where you already know, like you love her, would you from the get-go say like in the early stages of relationships, like have the phrase, I love you?
Nah, because that is just case goes. It's not about me, it's about them now. Because how would you feel? Let's say because normally for girls, guys are the chasing. You know, this girl, let's say this girl like painted out this picture, like, okay, I'll give you together. You're like, okay, I can see these curry from, and then 2 days later, this girl's like, I love you. You'd be like, so just telling it depends once again on the person and the vibe. But me, I know I love the person before I date them. Okay. Now it's a matter of finding the right time to say it.
Uzi?
I'm honest. So the second option for me is like to the point where I know I like this person, and then I'll grab to the point where if this is a super serious thing, I get to like the point of into the relationship where I'm like, okay, I can officially say I love you, because I'm also the same person who like, I don't like saying I love you just randomly. It's the thing of, I'll say it playfully to my friends, obviously, whenever they decide to like do something mean to me. Not you guys, obviously. But then, like, no, not you guys.
They're saying something mean to be part.
They're saying something mean to me part. But like, for me to like say it to someone I genuinely like, then it's a process for me to actually say I love you. You know, I have to be in a relationship dedicated fully to it, you know? Yeah.
I think for me, right now, society says date and then get to say I love you. And that's also how I've done it. You date and then get to say I love you, like when the time is right, time vibe, you know. But I think ideally in a world where, and then it's just my opinion, ideally I would like to actually first be able to say to the girl, I love you. And because I'm at the place where I can physically say the words, I love you, then go date her. But because of the reality of like how things are, like for example what Obi said, of like, there's some girls, if before you date her, you say, I love you, it's gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa,
What did he say?
whoa, whoa. You just committed to me. You just committed to me now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You see. And that's also a messed up thing in the world though. Because like, we should be able to first say, I love you to each other before we date. If you're dating for the concept of actually staying together forever. You get what I'm saying? Because if you are dating for the concept of staying together forever, then why should the I love you thing be a scary thing? But yeah, there's many ways you can do it. Definitely.
I'd say it's tricky because like when you like someone and love, it's like a fine line between them. So it's always like a tricky thing for me, especially for me. So normally I know when I like love someone, but I wouldn't say it. Cause like Obi said, like for real, when you say it to a way like girls like get scared, like what? No, then they just like close off.
Yeah.
So it's like the love thing has to take a process where you like, but already from the beginning you know if you have feelings for that person.
Yeah.
But it's tricky because like it could be like and or it could be love. It's that in between thing.
So how dog.
Because you can like someone,
Yeah.
but then you wouldn't love them. You get what I mean?
Oh,
You like the
Oh, you
person.
just see this differentiation.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's always tricky, especially for me, like which one.
Which one does the girl fall into?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. This one's a big one, I feel like, because this one scares a lot of gents, a lot, like out your comfort zones.
Okay, sure.
What do you do when a girl moves in? What? What?
Here's my question. Are you asking us what do we do when she moves in? Or how long does it take for a girl to move in?
Okay, let's do both. Let's do both.
Do both?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
How long does it take for us to tell a girl to move in?
moving, yeah. So,
Time frame. I don't know. I would say time to tell the girl to move in is after engagement or shortly around that time. You don't necessarily be married, but once you engage, then yeah, you guys should be able to like move in with each other and live with each other. That's basically how it's gonna be. Unless you guys those chasing, you're married, apartment flat type. Yeah, I would say around engagement time.
a dog one.
Yeah, my view is also honestly the same as Obi's, where you only start engaging to each other like when she moves in or when they move in at like engagement period. So like when you're engaged, like marriage, then you move in and start living with each other, obviously, because that's how it's gonna be. Yeah.
For me, this is something I've always battled with. Especially being Christian, I'm not gonna lie, this is something I've always battled with. Because my logical sense says, if I've been dating you for a very long time, ne? Before I marry you, ne? I must live with you. Because now, the everyday you is very different to the you I meet up with two times a week and outside, blah, 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 blah. Because the everyday you, the you I wake up with, the you I spend the weekends with, because I'm just at home, is going to be very different to you. Now I'm experiencing the very raw version of who you are. Ne? Yeah. And so my logical sense says that should be the next process before they get into marry them. Ne? Because of the fact that now once we're here, we're going to say, okay, well, nah, let's not get into this marriage thing, because we're actually going to fight a lot and all these things, and we've realized that actually we don't click the way we thought we did. We're actually not as compatible as we thought we did. Yeah? And so, like, that's always been my big, like, because my natural self says that. Yeah? And I know that being Christian, it says, you must, for example, get married first and then move in. The other thing that's always made me struggle with that concept is because of that most times, they say the reason behind it is so that you don't have sex before marriage. But now my thing is like, but is that the only thing you can tell me? Is that it's the only reason? Only because of sex before? Is there no other reason beyond that? Because like for example, I look at some girls, like for example, that young lady that was sitting there, yeah? We all know like that for her, that's never gonna be a thing. Yeah? Because she's just that mindset. And she's just like that. And we know that for her boyfriend, he went into this relationship knowing that that's never gonna be a thing. And it's not even like what. And also the concept of there's no even gonna be like the, the side kafoofling, doing the little thing there or the little thing there. That's kind of like borderline. So my question is like, what about people like that? Yeah? That like their Christianity is at that level, and they're like at that level where there will be none of that. Yeah? So then, what's the explanation for those people? Do you get what I'm saying? Because for us who we know that hey, we need to not, because otherwise the temptations. Yeah? But the people that know for a fact that the temptations are just not going to be there. And it's not fair for us to say there's no such people that can never be tempted in that way. There are those people who are that disciplined. There are those people that are disciplined. For example A. That lady, she is that disciplined. Yeah. So is it fair to say to her that no, you will like crumble? Because then we're painting everyone under the same blanket. Yeah. And is that fair then? To judge everyone around the same thing, because everyone won't succumb to the same thing. True. So that's always been like the big thing. But ultimately, of course, because I don't want to get kicked out the church, because if I would ever do that, get kicked out the church, I will, because of being obedient, have to wait till marriage.
So you tell me if I'm going to go before I'm married, I'll kick you out of church?
I was being dramatic.
Okay, so
he was being dramatic. But
the panic.
There will be very massive conversations around the concept of, okay, you guys are living together, but what's the plan here? But in hearing you say that once you're engaged, it's an easier conversation.
The plan, of course, now.
Yes, because especially now that you've actually gotten engaged, and it's not we do plan on getting married, and there's no engagement, there's nothing that actually says that you actually do plan on getting married, then yeah. But I've never had a situation like that, or even know of a situation like that, so I don't know fully. But I do know that it would be a very massive conversation that some point in time someone's gonna come speak to you about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I get that.
The panic you had. Okay. Damn.
I would say, for me, I've always back then, I've always had that concept of 5 years max, then you should be married. So 3-4 years, by then, if you're dating someone, you should be acquaintance, living together, type of thing. And then by the 5th year, you should already been engaged and everything, fully moved in. So that 3-4 years, you gradually have sleepovers type of thing. I don't know how to say it. Sleepovers.
Nigga said sleepovers. What?
What else sleepovers type of thing where she can sleep over. That's a fact. Where they just sleep over that type of thing. Wait, pajama parties. Why are you really side-eyes, bro? Pajama parties are pretty cool and fun.
How old were you when you had a pajama party? How old were you when you had a pajama party?
I don't know. kid of a girl?
With a girlfriend.
No, cousins. But
What? What are we talking about?
Go.
We're talking about moving in with your cousin?
What?
Well!
Nick!
Depends who you at.
Let's move on to the cousin.
This
This is sensory.
Why am I starting to hear sweet home Alabama? It's starting in the background.
Bro, literally.
Yeah.
Because of those.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So yeah. That's say 3, 4.
Question. When you said 5 years max with married, let's say you post-matric, then you met a girl
Directly after
after
matric.
matric, are you going to get married to 3? You said 5 years.
If everything lines up, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey man, if like life genuinely lines up, and by the time you're 23, like you're actually quite solid, relationship solid, you're fine like, then why not? What's stopping
I
you?
realized, it's like, my sister, like, we're gonna joke about like playing like the lotto and stuff. She's like, if you won like 150 million, what you gonna do with it? And the first thing was, Titan go to this person's house, be like, let's go. That's the first thing.
Come on, spitting facts.
That's right, that's right.
Because like that's the thing for us gents, it's like, hey, we need to have the right things in order to like, tell a girl, hey, okay, I'm gonna be your custodian of your whole life.
That's a strong word.
That's what marriage is.
That's basically what it is, fam.
Custodian now of her life. Yeah, no.
Any other questions?
Okay.
The other one was, the main one was, what do you do when a girl moves in?
Okay. That was the second part of the question.
Yeah. She just randomly moved in.
Randomly?
Yeah, that's the, because I feel like that would be a tricky one.
Can I go first? Sorry, I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now.
Okay, cool.
Girl, you're moving right back out. I'm sorry, ain't no way you're just randomly showing up at my house. I'm like, hey, I'm moving in now, and I'm gonna find that cute. No.
But that's the thing, it can be so tricky, like, girls are sneaky with it. Like, if you've been dating a chick, man, she slowly just comes over and leaves her things there. Like, next thing you know, there's a toothbrush there, chilling, and a toothbrush is there. Okay, I don't know, clothes are there. That's girls are thinking, like, moving in, and then just next day, it's just a whole bag of shit. Oh, you're just here for the weekend. Oh, she just moved in.
No.
Back to your place.
No.
Dog,
There's no such thing. Kill.
What we do?
That shit is not gonna happen to me because your bag is very big, girl.
And the thing is, as long as your parents are still alive, dog, you have somewhere to go. Cause you can. Nah, but it's a question of what do you do?
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, who's it?
I'm on double side with this one.
We're back.
I'm sorry. Like, dude,
No size.
I don't do
also
the whole
your size. I
surprise.
just accomplished the task.
I don't care about the side quests, my guy.
Bro!
The side quests are nothing for the story.
Bro! Complete the side quest.
He just wanted to be important about cycles, man. Hashtag be important about the filler. The same man who skipped 200 fillers. Now he's skipping on the filler. He skipped 200 fillers. Literally 200 filler episodes.
Now you came up for this.
I cares about fillers.
Skip 200 episodes of
Skip this filler as well.
Skip it.
No, I wouldn't say filler.
Jump there.
I would say the point of it's an arc. It's its own arc in the storyline. Because it's a very short, spontaneous arc. Then it's a filler.
No, it's a filler.
For example,
It's a filler episode.
For example, okay, it's in the Naruto reference, eh? The Great Ninja War. No? You telling me where Naruto
How many episodes of the Great Ninja War?
Gang,
How many episodes? How many minutes is this filler?
Exactly.
It's not a great It's not a great ninja war.
No, I'm saying no. No, the story of him moving in and moving out is a great ninja war. This is like when Naruto fights Pain. Like Nagato and a king.
No, that's like a couple of episodes.
It's a couple of episodes.
Yeah, dog.
No. Can we talk about that day? No, let's go back. Go back.
Sorry, kid.
Cut, girl, cut.
That's it.
Okay. Because for me, first time, why did you leave your toothbrush? What is it? No, you had no reason to leave your toothbrush.
She wants to
Back up toothbrush for what? No, girl, you don't know back up toothbrush. You came here to eat supper. Go home now. You came here to eat supper. Where are you taking your toothbrush? Go home. First problem is there. She mustn't eat supper, then get to eat breakfast. No! That was the first problem. But yeah, that was all the questions. Jeff, did you answer this question? Did he answer this question?
What do you do?
Yes!
He didn't answer.
Clearly he allows! He just accepts! He takes the L! He takes the L! Alright, she's in.
If she sneakily doesn't know, if she comes and we have a conversation, yes. But if she sneakily just put the things, nah, I'll just call the parents, your daughter is here. She's
Man's on launch.
I'll be there in the house in 5 minutes to drop her off.
He's gonna be there when I come fetch your child! What you come fetch your child? What?
Come here, I'll just be like that. Yes, that's funny. So yeah, those are all the questions.
Next week, it's going to be part 2. Next week is part 2. Next week is part 2. And don't forget to come to part 2 because we're going to reveal something Usi said here. It doesn't make sense to us all.
Yeah. We're on his gaze. This has been another Manskap and we've been chilling.
What else?